Hi, this is Bee from Sorcery Soap, and today I want to show you how I soap dough colors. The minute that I learn something, I'm going to share it. So I have been working with stamps, filling in stamps, stamping soap bars and soap dough and everything else, and creating these new stamps. And in the process, I discovered something for myself. I figured I work with this a lot, and if I didn't know this, then maybe you all didn't know it too. So I thought I'd show you what I'm doing today and help you blend some soap dough colors a bit. Anyway, well, I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, thanks. Okay, so I've already rolled out this pink soap dough, and I'm going to use a pretty high contrast so you can see what I'm about. And so what the goal is to make this faded right here with soap dough. Now I've been doing it with paint, like micas and painting soap dough. Let's see, can you see? Yep. And it wasn't as effective, and I've done it a couple times, but I didn't really see, it just seemed too troublesome and too much of a bother to do it this way every single time. This is purple soap dough. So then I made one that had a flower in the middle and it had a bunch of different gradations, and it took so much time. I was like, nobody's going to want to do this, and I don't want to do it. So I decided that I wasn't going to, but then yesterday I was kind of messing around with soap and just kind of moving things around. Not kind of, I was actually moving things around, and I discovered this faded quality that I really like. Now also I'm going to work on this. I like how it sticks up, but I was studying flowers yesterday and today and seeing that I could do better. So we're going to go into that another time, but right now this is what we're going to do. So I have this all rolled out, and it's a little bit dry. It's not, I just did it right before I turned the camera on. So then I want a circle of this pink. Now I don't want to put too much cornstarch on it because I just want it to be smooth and sort of even. But if I put cornstarch on it, it won't stick to this as nicely. So that's just my goal. I mean, you can do as you will, obviously, but I just want to have sort of a nice, even effect on that. Okay, so let me get this. Okay, so let's see, can you see? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little dab of water on here. See, that's even a little bit too thick for me, but we can take that off. And then this is how I learned this, because I do this. I use this palette knife for smoothing out stamps. And you see how that just is lovely to me. I'm so pleased with it. And let me get just a second. Sorry. So I use a cutter, a cookie cutter, or a little tray, which I don't happen to have right here. I was in a hurry. I'm in a hurry because we're moving. Yeah, and I'm still making videos and doing stuff. I've been so behind. Okay, so I use this to scrape this off so that I don't have to, I can keep moving forward. So I'm just using a dip of water here. Maybe that's too much, actually. But you want to keep it pliable, otherwise it'll show little white dry. See right there? That's a, I don't know if you could see. That's a little bit too dry right there. And I don't want that. Okay. So I want to keep that sort of pliable. And you don't have to make a circle. Clearly, you could just put it down and it's going to smear where it's going to smear, which is sort of like a flower. You could do it more perfect, but I want to get this video done so you can see what I'm talking about. So now I have a petal cutter. You can get these on Amazon, I guess. I don't even know where I got them, honestly. Just there's a whole series of them, and in my move, I've missed a couple petals. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know. Anyway, so but I'm going to use this, and what I'm going to do is, okay. So I want you to see. So I have to compensate for the center of the flower. So I want this gradation to be out a little bit. So I don't want to put it right like there, because then it'll be covered, so I have to give it a little bit more space. So I'm going to cut all these guys. They're a little thick now, but they'll thin out. I'll show you what I do. And I just get as many as I get. Like sometimes I'll get more, like some of these. Well, for this one, for example, I wanted to not cover up the owl face, so I kind of parted it. And then there's one here that doesn't have any of this. But that bright orange, that's the neon orange on top of orange or pumpkin orange or something. I don't even know what color orange is in there. And I can't be accurate because I mix my oranges once I get soap down. I'm starting to run out. I just add a little more and mix it all together. But so, yeah, so that one's like just a, you know, a fill-in. But I pretty much accomplished all of that right there, which I think is kind of cool. You know, I get excited by stuff like this. Cheesy as it is. Okay, so now I have these texture molds. You can get these on Amazon too. Either one. This one's more of a poppy one, and then this one's a little bit more dramatic and more striated. I've used both of them. I think this one kind of gives more drama to it, so I'm going to use that one for right now. And then I want to make these a bit bigger because the size, I don't think the size is exactly, you know, perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get some texture in it. And then I just dust it just a little bit. So I use a cosmetic brush and I just dust it just a little bit so it doesn't stick. And some of these, so there's a really wonderful petal, and I didn't get so I'm gonna decorate this. It says created by a soap witch. It's just a bar, a lovely, lovely smelling bar of soap. I don't remember what it is right now. Anyway, so we're gonna do that. We could use the other textured one too. And it comes with a whole bunch of different ones. This one, which I broke, like, yeah, I'll show you what that looks like too. It actually, I had it in a big container of all my molds and I pulled it out. So it looks like that. It's a little bit different. It's not quite the poppy, but you know, flowers are not exact, but I kind of like that texture one better. So we're going to use that. Or this one here. Let me show you what this one looks like. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, so then I just place them on here. And I really am enjoying putting stuff on, let's see, how many do I have? So I have these two, and then I have these two. Okay. So I'm enjoying putting things on partially cured bars of soap, which I never used to do. And gosh, it's so much more freeing because I had all this self-imposed pressure to get it all done before I poured, and then the nervousness of pouring, that just was horrible to me. And because, you know, you only have one shot to place all your embeds, and if you kind of mess it up, you know. Anyway, so now it feels a lot more relaxed. So this is going to be covered up a bit, but that's all right. That's all right. And if these, you know, during the curing process, if these little pieces break off, you can just, I mean, that's why I do it. Like I wrap it all around the bar because I don't like them to break off. And also, it makes me dread wrapping soaps. I just, because, you know, you don't want them to break, and you don't want them to break in shipping and all that other stuff. So, yeah. But if they do, like, you can just glue it back on with water, but you have to really let it dry quite nicely. Anyway, so there's that part, and then we'll do the center part in another video. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope this really helps, and you know, I just appreciate you. So thanks for being here.